We begin this here with sneaky big news with a question mark. The Miami Heat YouTube page accidentally posted a link titled LeBron James Introductory Press Conference scheduled for July 27th. The Miami Heat spokesman said the club's social media department was preparing for the possibility of LeBron signing and mistakenly posted the link to the team's YouTube page. It was subsequently deleted. We've got our buddy Vinny Goodwill up with us early this morning to answer the question, is this something or is it nothing, Vincenzo?
Good to see you, Greeny. I think it is nothing. Look, I've been a person who said that Miami is the best destination for LeBron, but I don't think we're going to find out this way. If there's one organization that keeps everything buttoned up to the T, it's the Miami Heat. And unfortunately, Greeny, this is what happens in media. When I worked at the Detroit News, we had this file. It's called the obituary file, and it had a bunch of people who were still alive, but it had us killing them to some degree. So we had pre-written obits. I think this is something very similar where they just want to be prepared. I don't think the Miami Heat are going to spoil the plot or even take the risk of spoiling the plot by letting us know about a press conference less than a week away.
So I wanted you to see this because when this came up earlier, Lewis gave us the meme. So when you hear the Miami Heat, Lewis, say that this was accidental and they were just preparing for the possibility of LeBron signing and mistakenly posted the link, what is your reaction?
Oh, sure. Sure it was. Of course it was. Yeah, sure.
He's not, Vincenzo, he's not buying it. Now, we texted the Windman also, and Brian Windhorst reminded us of he said two things. One, he said, I guarantee you the Miami Heat social media department does not know things that the rest of the world does not know things the rest of the world doesn't. Secondly, reminded us that when LeBron went back to Cleveland and then when he went to Los Angeles, in neither case did they have a press conference. Now, we'll recall that when they went to Miami, they held a celebration rally before they ever held a practice. They had a celebration when they brought all those guys in. So I don't know what that means one way or the other. But Vincenzo, help us, because there are a lot of people sitting around going, well, when the hell are we going to know? Adam Silver is holding up the schedule because so what is the latest? What is going, what and when is this finally going to happen with LeBron?
Well, as far as the schedule does not get released until the first full week of August. So it doesn't really hold up anything as long as he makes the decision in the next 2 weeks. We don't know if he's making the decision in the next 2 weeks. And the other thing about all of that is this. The first time he went to Miami, to Wendy's point, they found out a couple of minutes before we found out on the decision. I highly doubt there's so many people who have found out in Miami that they would go as far as presenting the link. Not to say that he's not going there. I'm just saying this ain't the way that we're going to find out. And as far as when, it could be today, could be tomorrow, could be next week. He could pull a full, he could pull a full Brett Favre and wait until training camp and then just pop up somewhere from a helicopter. We don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Sometimes the best answer is there is no answer. Lewis, give it to me one more time.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know why that has made me laugh all morning long. Vincenzo?
In a spectacle, it's not about a decision or anything like that. He has a choice to make. He has a business choice to make. We're not going to sit here and decide or allow someone else to decide when he makes that decision. From a business perspective, you are making a choice between jobs, high-level jobs, and you've earned the right. You're a big-time executive that's with an unbelievable, arguably the best resume in the history of your job. Who's rushing you? Okay. Nobody. There's been several people to call and say, hey, Rich, is there anything more we should be doing, we could be doing? And my answer is no.
So all the bids are in, and my favorite part of this was Max Kellerman says to Rich, okay, well, we need to start with LeBron. He says, why? Why do we need to start with LeBron? Well, because that's the biggest question mark that's hanging over the NBA. So let's just reset on Tuesday, July 21st. Where do things stand here, Dave?
I checked in with Rich on my way into the studio. Quote, nothing happening today. So we're going to move on to day 22, at the very least. Listen, the teams that are in pursuit of LeBron, they're okay with this. It's not like because this is dragged into 3 weeks that teams are starting to fall off in the race to get LeBron. It's a cost of doing business to some degree. Now, Rich is adamant that he doesn't know what LeBron's going to do, and LeBron doesn't know what LeBron's going to do. And so any amount of pressure from an outside team or from the league commissioner, Adam Silver, is not going to affect things. Try to tell LeBron what to do, and that's not the best way to get him to move towards a decision. You work with him.
And you're not the only one, Dave, who's checking in with their sources this morning. I heard that one Mr. Kendrick Perkins has been making a couple of phone calls. Perk, what did you learn?
Well, I did. I had to call Rich Paul, little snotty nose ass, and I asked him, "Hey man, what is the holdup?" I said, "What is the holdup? Is it money? Does a team need to make a move?" And you know what Rich Paul told me? He said, "Perk, listen, man, this has nothing to do with money. Whatever LeBron James, the teams that are at the top of his list, they're all going to pay the same dollar amount. He's not asking a team to move anybody that's contradicting what they standing for. It's not about the money. It's about the fit. He's had his mind made up. Like, I believe that it's been a time where he had his mind made up, and then all of a sudden he's changed his mind and he's back to, the drawing board again. And what people have to realize is that, yes, he does have a wife, Savannah, who has an input, and he's also considering that in this decision. His daughter as well, and obviously Savannah would love to travel to LA to go watch her son Bronny get some minutes for the Lakers and watch him play at times. But they have another son that's down there in Arizona by the name of Bryce. And yes, Bryce didn't get a lot of minutes. Actually, he was a red shirt last year because he was going through the development process, but he's expected to play. So I know we all are anxious and want LeBron James to make a decision, but what I got from this call from Rich Paul is that, and I understand it now, he's like, Perk, I'm not going to rush, and he shouldn't rush. One, it's not about the money. He's not forcing the teams to make any type of trades or moves. It's solely about what's the fit, what's comfortable. So I'm pretty sure at some point throughout this process that he was leaning one direction, then all of a sudden he changed his mind. He was leaning another direction, he changed his mind, and it's part of it. We're talking about arguably the greatest player to ever play the game of basketball and how he wants to end his legacy and end his legacy. Like, we all got to be patient, even me.
I think that's really interesting what you just said, Perk, because teams in the league, in the absence of information, in the absence of people saying he's leaning one way or leaning the other way, they're theorizing. I've talked to several of the teams that they're waiting on his decision, and the question is LeBron waiting for us to trade for someone? Does he want us to improve the team? There were theories. Does he want Kyrie Irving? There was this idea of Anthony Davis in Golden State. And these are theories, okay? But that's what happens when there's a vacuum of information, when people don't actually know what's in his head and what he's feeling.
That's why when you're told, in kind of interviewing one-on-one, when you stop talking, people feel the need to fill the void and fill the silence. The same applies here.
But Rich explicitly said that there's nothing that teams should be doing right now.
Yeah, I mean,
in fact, he said,
went and ran down those theories, and they're not true.
Yeah.
But that's what's happening right now as we wait.
Yeah, he said even in the podcast, if you have empty roster spots, don't wait on us. Like, fill them.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll tell you this:
I'd cut a number 12 guy for LeBron James if I had to.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You could hold up to 20 guys in training camp.
Pau Gasol once told me in the midst of going through his free agency stuff that everything sounds good till you sign.